It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Hey, who that boy named Nolan? Coming straight up out the swamps, I feel like it's New Orleans. Finna drop another flavor pack, bitch, I'm a comic. 5'4", but my style enormous. I woke up fresh, my swag is alarming. Hold up, I gotta pace myself. When I rap, I race myself. On these tracks, I amaze myself. I ain't got enough ops, nigga might just waste myself. And I bet that shit gon' sell, I'm self-made. Well paid, I don't fuck when niggas need a barricade. Man, fuck your album, need a hair aid. Got 2 straps, Nike Air Raids. I'm in my creative player phase. Every setting, I'm a 99. I just signed on a dotted line with my hair looking like Einstein. Flow kill 'em like cyanide. Bread it up, Long John Silver. All cash like a drug dealer with the same teeth on Reggie Miller. Bitch, I need queso. Pesos. Brands on me like racer clothes. Too much drip on my A-flow. Pockets feel like egg rolls. Health insurance, no HMOs. Got a new record on HBO. Fuck the radio. No military, I'm signing up for Navy Federal. Ayy, they say not to brag. I need to be more humble. A verse, I be going dumber. Like the hoes on no jumper. Keep my cars on airplane. I don't even really need a phone number. Backstage, I just curved them out and hit the jets on a light road runner. I'm that nigga. Yeah, flow on glacier. Y'all don't get my nomenclature. Kill the beat, that's Nolan's nature. Watch your tone, my homies on papers are birth styles. Hot like a first down, I just spit like a 30 cal, too versatile. Gotta talk money if it's worthwhile. I don't converse with plans, but nigga,
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there, man. In this video, we're going to be picking up on the chef Mila Adams saga, unfortunately. Now, I did not know that this was going to be an ongoing thing. I honestly thought once the not guilty verdict came down, she would basically fade into obscurity, maybe try to pick up the pieces on her life, her career, her credibility, maybe start, looking for other opportunities, maybe look into a pivot in life, to basically remove herself from the embarrassment that came from the way that she portrayed herself and the way people received her over the course of last week. I thought she would try to move forward in a mature way, but all of that has since been thrown to the wayside. And it seems that the only thing that will satisfy her at this point is if she completely burns down the village, if she completely burns down and ruins everybody who is associated with Stefon Diggs and, his brand, his personal relationships, anybody who's associated with him who may have had some sort of, by proxy connection to her situation. She is trying to ruin them, right? She came out alleging that the hair braider Shy was having, a sideways relationship, sleeping with Stefon. Cardi B came out defending that, saying, hey man, cut it out. She has her own relationship. She has her own boyfriend. Shy took the stand and talked about the relationship she has with her boyfriend. Talked about literally having to leave the grocery store to go pick up his clothes from the dry cleaners, which I still didn't understand. But nonetheless, she's a nurturing woman. So I guess she said, I got it. He may have just been busy. So basically trying to ruin Stefon's reputation even further with his, relations with women, and also damn near trying to fuck up Shy's relationship as she has, a guy at home who then can be like, yo, what the fuck is that about? Is this true? Start looking like Kale, like this motherfucker. Who love orange soda? Kale love orange soda. Is it true? You know what I mean? So she's attacking that. She tried to attack everyone's credibility, basically trying to make it seem like they were paid off. I would love to know what her perspective is regarding the officers who took the stand, trying to, tell their side of the story, which ultimately didn't offer anything substantial to help her claims. What's your take on that? What's your take on the people that try to help you? But she says justice was not served and that she was, you know, basically railroaded as a black woman. I think that's a disservice to all of the black women who genuinely get fucked over in court, you know, where the evidence is blatant, you know, all of the black women out here who have had their abuse trivialized in the public eye with proof, or situations where these guys are able to take lesser sentences by taking plea bargains and shit and basically get right back out roaming free. You know, I feel for those people, those victims. So she then comes out and decides to take aim directly at Cardi B this time. She's not going around the situation. She is now alleging that Cardi B went through the very same thing she did, alluding to domestic violence. And basically said, you know what happened because the same thing happened to you. You know how he treated you when you got pregnant. You know how he treated you when you were in the delivery room. You know what you went through. Now, I pretty vividly remember, wasn't Cardi B, um, didn't she do an interview with Gayle King where she praised Stefon Diggs and how supportive he was in the delivery room, how supportive he was for the pregnancy, how supportive he was in terms of making sure that she was safe as it came to her getting ready to deliver the baby? Now, I'm not saying that she couldn't have said it to save face, but at that particular time, there was no reason for her to do so, right? Had she not mentioned it, it would have been whatever. You know what I mean? She was like, even while she was doing the interview, he was checking in, trying to make sure she was good. So some things are not adding up. And again, Chef Mila, she's been relentless. It's only days since the not guilty verdict was put in, and this is about our second or third time talking about her within a week, and it's nothing positive, nothing productive, just her trying to get revenge.
You know, the way he treated you when you were pregnant, the way he talked to you when you were pregnant, the way that the same people that has defended him in this know how he treated you while you were pregnant and how he was to you when you were pregnant will always be something I will never understand. The way he treated you in the delivery room, the way he treated you after the baby, the same person that abused you abused me. And our text messages show how he belittled you, how he spoke to you. I remember one particular night, and you know the night that I'm talking about. That night, it happened to you. That's not my story to tell. Once again, I apologize. And I hope one day you face the music. And that's all I have to say about that.
All right. This was the most meaningless, pointless, stupid ass video that I've seen in a minute. Because what the hell were you trying to convey without conveying a motherfucking thing other than saying the same person who abused me did the same thing to you? And then you gonna come out and say it ain't my story to tell while you out here trying to tell a story, and we don't even know who the story really is about. Because as I've been seeing different things pertaining to this video online, I've seen some other folks who say that this upload wasn't even about Cardi B. It was originally allegedly about KJ, which is the other baby mama who was around. Because remember, I won't even say altercation, but the disagreement that Stefon and Mila had originally, the text thread, was about KJ being in the house, KJ having a stank attitude, him trying to quell her emotions while also trying to deal with Mila at the same time. Not to mention there was another staffer that works with Stefon Diggs that he allegedly been giving wood to as well. So there's at least 3 to 4 different people that could be planks, and he's trying to make sure that they don't fall apart. Right? So word has it that this video wasn't even intended originally to be for Cardi B, but after the internet caught hold of it, she went back and actually edited the caption and put Cardi B's name in it to make it seem like she's talking directly to her. So as you can see here over on her Insta, it says October 24th. I was put in a horrible situation. So I'm guessing she's alluding back to October 24th of last year, which is all around, the same quarter where all of the personal shit fell apart. She says, you didn't deserve any of this, but it happened to you too, and you were pregnant. Nothing I said at court was targeted at you. People know exactly what they do. I was the one apologizing for how he treated while you were pregnant and after. The constant disrespect, our messages proves that. Cardi, you know I didn't lie. You know exactly who he really is. He did it to you. So here she deliberately says, Cardi, you know who he is and what he does because he did it to you too. A man at war with himself will hurt others. It's a losing battle, and women are just collateral damage. I'm not speaking on this anymore, so kindly don't speak on me. And again, I feel like this shit was completely and utterly foolish. Because what the fuck compelled you to come to the net with this? If you're really over it, if you really would rather not speak on it, if you're not going to continue to delve into details and really try to give us a true explanation as to what your personal damages are, then what is it that you keep popping out speaking on this situation for? Right? Like, I can understand a person if they were really physically harmed, they brought all of their details, their evidence, their if the text threads that they submitted to the courts were actually valid and showed proof and showed indication of physical violence, and somehow it just didn't work out in their favor, I could understand that person coming out and saying, you know what? I'm just going to put this out there for those that care. You can do your own due diligence. You can do your own research. You can read through it. You can see all of these different things. I'm going to be fully transparent. I had this file for 2 years. Here you go. Right? I'm not going to try to constantly prove myself. If you want to go through it and see it for yourself, go do the fucking work. I know what happened. They know what happened. I'm moving on with my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? But don't ever call me a liar because the information is there. I can respect that. But for a person that is constantly antagonizing a situation that you outright, and I don't want to say you lost because you actually aren't the one who took him to court, right? It was the district attorney, the prosecutors, the state. They moved forward with it, right? But you were the material witness that had no materials, right? So whatever happened, and I'm not here to say what did or didn't happen. But the fact that you keep coming out yapping and talking about the situation while not offering anything substantial other than mudslinging at other people. Because at the end of the day, Cardi B has nothing to do with this. Even though she was dating him, she could be dating him again, all over again. Who knows what the fuck their situation is? It don't matter. Because Cardi B did not take the stand against you. Cardi B did not come out and provide a witness statement to say Chef Mila is a motherfucking liar under oath. She played the bet. She went about and tended to her own business. Shy came out, told her story, submitted her videos that she had access to, which showed no signs of physical distress. All we can go off of is what we have. Now, if you want to say, oh, Shy, that was fucked up, I thought we were friends, I don't think you could really say that because you told the courts that y'all weren't friends. She told the courts that y'all were. You said, I view her as an associate. I view her this way, that way, this way. She said that was my girl. Now, I find that to be very interesting. You know, none of your stories have lined up. None of your Lego blocks have been able to connect, but you over here trying to build with no foundation. It's embarrassing. And I think you can actually cook. So why don't you focus on that? Like, this thing here, like I said before, some horny ass nigga or somebody's gonna give her an opportunity. But I don't know if it's gonna be the level of opportunity that she's actually going to be able to appreciate. Because I don't think anybody that's really reputable or really like about business 100% is going to take a chance on somebody who is a legit brand risk, somebody who is a legit liability at any moment. If this person doesn't get exactly what they want, how they want it, when they want it, is willing to try to sabotage you on a public level, if that becomes your reputation, damaged goods. And I don't mean the typical damaged goods that these red pill motherfuckers be talking about. And if you were in fact talking to KJ to begin with, if that's the case, she ain't had nothing to do with that motherfucker neither. She ain't take the stand. She ain't come out shitting on you. You know what I'm saying? So again, take it up with who originally your issue was with, or I don't know, try to see if you could take it up with the motherfuckers who proceeded with your case to see if they can appeal. And, you know, I don't know. Otherwise, it's not looking good for you. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had to